Good evening, this is Vicky, K8. Try that again, this is Vicky, K8VKY, and welcome to the ECR Youth Net. Tonight's kids are Grayson, KG4BUT, River, KR4GIP, and Ivan, KE2EGS. Tonight, Sal and I will be moderators taking check-ins, and the kids will be coming back to call on you to answer the question. Tonight's question is, would you rather be indoors or outdoors? You can text in at 716-317-9050 or email at text@ecr.radio. So taking check-ins twice and slowly. EEV.
Wyatt, KF8SQN, KF8SQN, Wyatt from Eastern Michigan.
So far we got KF8SQN and KD9PEV. Taking more check-ins twice and slowly.
This is N3LLY in and out. N3LLY in and out. Good evening, everybody.
Foxtrot Lima Yankee. KE8SLY.
And we got KE8SLY, N3LOY, KF8SQN, KD9PEV, and also on the text line we've got KA8BYU, and KE2EGF, and W2RBC, and we'll send it on over to Grayson, KG4BUT.
Alrighty, thanks, Vicky. First up, W2RBC, Randy from Westchester, New York.
Good evening, Grayson, River, Ivan, and everyone on the Youth Net. Put me down for outdoors. My favorite activities are boating, camping, and hiking, which are all outdoor activities. Grayson, I have a question for you. Have you ever gone fishing, and what is the biggest fish you've ever caught? Back to net control, 73 to all, W2RBC.
That question, yes, I have, and I don't remember what the biggest is. Yeah, something to Randy. Next up, KE2EGF, Ivan, Gasbook, New York. Yeah, good evening, Grayson, and everyone else on that. Yeah, for that, to answer the question, what season it is. In the winter, I'm staying indoors. There's no way I'm going out in the freezing cold, unless, you got some nice packing snow. Or you can make snowmen or something like that. That's where it's fun, but where I'm at, we don't get that. The last time we got that was like 2 years ago, so, in the winter, I'll stay indoors, but personally, I would love the outdoors when it's, good temperature. Especially on those days where it's right perfect 70 degrees. And yeah, I'd always love to get outside and do a nice boat activation over, staying indoors. So, anyways, put me down for outdoors. This is KE2EGF, back to net. Alright, simply Stu Ivan. Next up, KA8BYU, Roy from Baskerville, New York.
Very
Grayson, everybody on the Youth Net, KA8BYU. All things being equal, I prefer being outdoors. I love camping, hiking. I've done rappelling and that in the past, so it's always kind of fun. Went camping for many, many years. So the only time I don't like it is like when it's like snowing and, bitterly cold. But I've been out in some of that too and managed to survive it. Back to you.
Alright, some police to you, boy. Next up, KD9PEV, Clay from Woods, Wisconsin.
Good evening, Grace. And I would have to say that my answer to this question depends on the weather, but overall, I like to spend time outdoors. I have a question for you. I am reaching this net using my new DMR radio for the first time, and have you ever tried ASMR? KD9PEV.
Funny you asked that. The radio I'm currently talking on is a Baofeng DB32, I think it is. It's a DMR compatible radio. Yes, I have tried it. Have it made any contacts? I think so. A couple of times, but that's some free too, Clay. And next up, FQ Wyatt from Inlay City, Michigan. KFAF Twin. Well, good evening, Grayson, everybody in the net. I would say to answer that question, outdoors. I like doing some POTA activations, fishing, camping, hunting. I like all that. And I have a question for you. Have you done any POTA? To your question, I have not done POTA yet. Some please to you, Wyatt. Next up, N3LOY, Glenn from Glen Bowling, Michigan.
I guess my checking got cut off. It was in and out. Now that I'm here, what was the actual question again, please?
You rather be indoors or outdoors?
Well, given that I live in Maryland, this time of year I'd rather be indoors, but during spring and summer I would definitely be outdoors. Back to you, Net N3LLY.
Alright, some please to Glenn. Next up, K8FLY, Sean from Shelby Township, Michigan.
This is K8FLY. To answer your question, I absolutely love the outdoors. I love winter most by far. It's just the snowball awards, don't ask questions about that. But, and my question for you is, I heard you had a EM32. I was just curious what that was about for you, because I was thinking about buying one of those. So I was just wondering, is that a good DMR radio for you? I was just curious. Back to net control.
Yeah, the DB32, I think. That's a very reliable radio. Yeah. It's Baofeng. I think these cost like $70, I think. What was it? Oh, I forgot. Yeah, it's a Battlefield DB-52. Yeah, it's a very reliable radio. I really like it. Next up, give me a second here. 732 Sean, next up, N3D2D, away from Beaver, Pennsylvania.
I prefer outdoor activities only in the summertime, not in the winter. I am not a cold weather person, although I live in a cold climate. Back to you. This is N3DQD.
4732, wait. Oh yeah, Sean, it was the D. Hold on one second. What was it again? I forgot. It wasn't. Hold on one second. A second, Sean. It wasn't the DB-52. It was called something else. Hold on, if you're curious. Hold on. Hold on one second, y'all. Give me a second, y'all. Sean, yeah, it was the Baofeng UV-52, if you're, curious. Yeah, it's a, nice radio, yeah. It's a 10-watt. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, it's a very good radio. 732, Sean. And, way. Next up, KL4 GIP, River from Newborn, North Carolina. Alright, thank you, Grayson. I would definitely rather be outdoors. I love the outdoors. Except for in summer. That's my least favorite time to be outside because it's so hot here. Anyways, back to you, Grayson. This is KR4 GIP. 732 Wiggle. Next up, KQAP, Joe from ECMT, New York.
Good evening, Grayson, and good evening to the net. I definitely prefer outdoors, especially today was 87 degrees here. Tomorrow it's going to be 88, so yes, I definitely prefer out. Also, question for you, Grayson. When you were at the Hamcation last weekend, were you able to buy anything? Did you get anything interesting? K2AP, back to net.
Alright, so to answer your question, yes, I did buy something from this company called Realtron. Never heard of them, but it's like this RF analyzer thing. Hold on one second, actually. Let's see, yeah, it's now with the parts and pieces. I still have the tube right here, actually. Hold on. It was the Realtron RF analyzer model 640. I mean, like, I think it was good. It had, like, scratchy parts, and it was also, like, corroded inside, so I was like, I didn't even know what an RF analyzer was. It's, like, used for, like, in, like, TV stations, for, like, testing equipment. I don't really know. It was, like, this huge rack mount thing. That's all I know, really. And, that said, yeah, some freeze to you, Joe. Next up, WB8ODF, get Dave from FCNT, Michigan.
Hi, Grayson, did you ask me a question?
Yeah, Dave, the question of tonight is, would you rather be indoors or outdoors?
No, not at all. I'm gonna get that. You got the same good stuff. Why for 1 minute for a radio stick?
WB8ODF Dave from FCNT, Michigan.
Well, good evening, Grayson, and everyone on the Youth Net. Sorry about that kerfuffle. I don't know what it was. But you know what? If the weather's right, I want to be outside. I'm not equipped to have skis and sleds and stuff, so I'm going to go with summer. If it's warm, I want to be outside. If it's cold, I want to be inside. So I'm in and out. Thanks, Grayson. WB8ODF.
Some fees to Dave. Next up, KD3 AJ and Anna from Beeville, Pennsylvania.
Hi, Grayson and everyone else on the net. Well, I prefer indoor activities most of the time. Everyone have a great evening. Take care. KD3AJN.
For Gold Gate, a whiskey, baby. My name is Nick, transmitting here in General Santos City, Philippines. Just joining and supporting this evening net call with no traffic. Check in, check out. 7-3.
So, sorry, I didn't get your call sign. Y'all must wait until the end of each, tone. You can do the text check-in at, once again, or 716-317-9050, I think it was. Yes, 716-317-9050. If you want to do that, yeah, but, you can't call in like that, midnight. That's it. Oh, yeah, that's it. Anna, Sophie Stu, Anna, you were the first tiebreaker last week. Everybody else said outdoors. You're the first one to say indoors. Sophie Stu, Anna. Next up, KO4 FRR, Joe from Toronto, Florida.
Well, hello there, Grayson. This is Joe, KF4FRR, and I'm going to be your second person that was going to say indoors. I'm an indoor person. I play on the computer, so have a good day. Have a good night.
San Francisco Joe. Next up, W2SAO, South in Cheektowaga, New York.
Good evening, Grayson, and the rest of the youth out there, and Miss Vicky and Ivan for logging. You can put me down for outdoor. I prefer anything outdoor. It doesn't matter what the temperature is. I dress for it. I've been out in 20 below, and I've had a great time. I'll take that over the heat any day. W2SAL, back to net control.
Alright, some free to you sound. Next up, I'll hand it back over to Vicky to call. Is this the end of my tone? I think it's the end of my tone, so, yeah, okay. With that said, some free to y'all, KG4BT clear.
Thank you, Grayson. You did a great job. This is Vicky, K8BKY, and we're going to take some more check-ins and hand it on over to River. So more check-ins, twice and slowly, please.
November 2, Zulu Victor November, with third-party traffic, and 2 ZZN.
Net control. Please check in Kilo, Quebec 4, Uniform Victor Tango. That's KQ4, UVP, Leon and Ash, North Carolina.
This is Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, KB8, PLV, Chris.
N2BH. N2BH. Check in. W2KJV. W2KJV. W2KJV.
Kilo Echo 8, Sierra Mike November, KE8, SMN.
N6 ZAR. 5 Golf Sierra Sierra. KA5 GSS mobile in short time. 5 GSS mobile in short time.
Okay, we'll stop there for just a minute. We got CB0GUF, KM4CTB, KA5 GSS. We got N6ZAR, KE8 SMN, W2KJV, N2BH, KB8 PLV, KQ4 UVT. We've got N2ZVN and also Maddie with him. And I'll hand it on over to River.
Alright. Next up is N2ZVN, Maddie and Alan in Kendall, New York.
Well, good evening, River. Everyone on the net tonight. Nice job as always. I'll give you my answer first. I prefer to be outdoors. I can bring my radio outdoors and work. I can work in the garden. I can even work outside in the winter and plow the driveway with a tractor and stuff. I just like being outdoors. Camping, you name it. I have a hard time with the cold, but that's okay. I'll come in and warm up a few and head back out again. And let me reset and give you Maddie. Okay, here's Maddie.
I prefer to be inside.
Why?
Because in the winter it's nice and warm, and in the summer there's almost no bugs.
There you have it. Thank you so much, guys. N2ZVN, back to net control.
Alright, thank you for coming. Next up we have KQ4UVT, Leon in Ash, North Carolina.
Good evening, River and everybody on the net. I prefer outside. I enjoy it. The weather down here in our neck of the woods is pretty nice, pretty much year round. We've had a cold winter, but it's been good news to still get outside. Well, thanks for hosting the net, and y'all doing a wonderful job. KQ4UVT, back to you, Miss River.
Alright, thank you for coming. Just wanted to remind everyone that you can ask me a question too. Next up we have KB8PLV, Chris in Novi, Michigan.
Hello, River, and everyone on the net tonight. Put me down for outdoors. I love biking, camping, flying a kite, and with all those I can use my amateur radio to talk to others or just listen. My question for you, River, is have you ever flown a kite, and do you enjoy it? This is KB8PLV, Thanks for doing a great job. Back to net.
Yes, I have flown a kite, and I do enjoy it. I flew a kite a long time ago, and I remember really liking it. Anyways, next up we have N2BH Bill in Palmyra, New York.
Good evening, River, Grayson, Ivan. Yeah, I love being outdoors. Do most anything out there, and even in the cold weather, it doesn't bother me too much. What kind of outside activities do you like? N2BH.
Well, I like to feed the squirrels and birds. It's very fun. And I also like taking walks outside. So, yeah, that's what I like to do outside. Thank you for coming. Next up, we have W2KJV Tony in Homosassa, Florida.
Gee, I hope I'm getting through here. Good evening, River. Being in Florida, I like to stay indoors, except in the wintertime when it's nice and cool. And I was wondering, do you have a favorite musical group? Back to you, River, W2KJV.
I don't know if I have a favorite. Yeah, I don't know much about music. I just like listening to it. I don't really pay attention to who wrote it. So yeah, thank you for coming. Next up, we have KE8 SMN Jeff in Rochester Hills, Michigan.
Good evening, River, everyone on the Youth Net. This is KE8 SMN. Put me down for outdoors. And my question for you, are you watching any of the Olympics? I know I've been hooked on the hockey. The women got the gold, and the men are going for the gold on Sunday. KE8 SMN.
No, I did not watch the Olympics. I might like to someday, but not yet. Next up, we have N6ZAR Scott in Eastvale, California.
Good evening, River, and everybody on the net. I hope everyone's having a good Friday evening. Put me down for the outdoors, please. And my question for you is, if you were off school on Monday for President's Day, did you do N6ZAR? Back to you.
Well, I'm actually homeschooled, so I don't have school any days. It's very fun. Anyways, I didn't do anything special for President's Day. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Next up, we have KA5GSS Shane in League City, Texas. KA5GSS Shane in League City, Texas. Are you still with us? Alright, we're going to mark you in and out. Next up, we have KM4CTB Donnie in Jacksonville Beach, Florida.
Good evening, River, and everybody on the crew tonight. KM4CTB, Donnie in Jacksonville Beach, Florida. We got up to a record high of like 87 today here. You can put me down for outdoors, although as I get older, I'm kind of a fair weather outdoorsman. I don't like the extreme heat or the extreme cold, River. So this time of year normally is real nice. I was out in the yard working in some irrigation stuff today, and it wasn't too bad. The humidity's still low, even though the temperature got up there. But hope you're enjoying your time. I'm glad to hear you enjoy school. That's the best part of it. Thanks for doing the net. Have a great weekend, River. KM4CTV, back to net.
All right, and thank you for coming. Next up, we have KB0GUF, John in South St. Paul, Minnesota.
Good evening, River, everyone on Youth Net. This is John, KB0GUF. I like the outdoors. I can dress for the weather, and I don't mind it a bit when it's really severe and snowing badly. I try and stay indoors if I can. My question for you, River, is what is your favorite subject to study? And thanks for having me tonight. KB0GUF. Clear.
Well, I like to study science. It's pretty cool. Thank you for coming. Next up, we have N5RTC, Terry in Austin, Texas.
Grayson, Ivan, everybody else on the net tonight, and the folks in the Zoom room, put me down for indoors. We have about 2 weeks in Texas when it's neither too hot nor too cold. Those are the 2 weeks that I get out, but the rest of the time I'm an indoor person. And River, what kind of movies do you like?
Well, I mostly like fantasy, and I like to watch Disney, a lot of Disney princesses. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not very, I don't know a lot of movies. Anyways, thank you for coming. I'm gonna hand it over to Sal to get some more check-ins. Well, Sal or Vicky, I'm not really sure. Anyways, I'll hand it over to either one. This is KR4GIP.
Miss River, let's see, folks. You can text us at 716-317-9050 or text at ecr.radio and get in there and beat the pile-ups. With that, we'll look for more check-ins, so at this time, we'll take anyone anywhere.
KU2 East.
5 Golf Sierra Sierra, KA5 GSS Mobile and Short Time.
Whiskey Bravo 5 India Tango Tango, WB5ITT Mobile.
KD2VNU, KD2VNU.
Alpha 3 Mike Romeo, AA3MR, Walt, in and out. Good evening, everybody.
Whiskey 5 Papa Tango Delta W5PTD, in and out.
This is ARRL Audio News. your weekly summary of news highlights from the world of amateur radio.
K6GBZ, K6GBZ,
I'm John Ross, KD8IDJ, and this is the ARRL Audio News for Friday, February 20th, 2026.
I'm going to read them from the bottom up, and then we'll turn them over to Miss River. I got K6GBZ, KQ4GLY, W5PTD, AA3MR, KD2VNU, WB5ITT, KA5GSS, and I need a correction on this call. It was a KE2EA something or other right at the very beginning. You want to come back and we'll fix that call for you?
Yeah, the correction on that is KE2EHI.
Joe in Westfield. We got you in there tonight, Joe. Thank you for checking in. And now, Miss River, I'm going to turn it over to you, and you could take it down the next few.
All right, thank you, Sal. Next up, we have KE2EHI, Joe in Westfield, New York.
Good evening, River and the Net. You can put me down for outdoors. This is KE2EHI, passing it back to Net Control.
Alright, thank you for coming. Next up, we have KA5GSS, Shane in League City, Texas.
Grayson, could you hit me with the question again?
The question of the night is, would you rather be indoors or outdoors? You can also ask me a question, too.
We'll go with outdoors tonight, bud. This is KA5GSS, back to Net Control. Thanks for running the net there, Grayson.
Alright, happy to do it. Next up, we have WB5ITT, Chris in Beaumont, Texas.
Good evening, Ms. Rivers, and to everybody on the evening hour this evening. I prefer outdoors myself. Got to get out and get some sun. Right now I'm just driving back in after being over in Houston for the Greater Houston Ham Fest. I had a good time already. Be back there tomorrow. And a little foggy out here on the road tonight, but we're doing all right. I guess my question is, what's your favorite subject in school? WB5ITT, back to Net.
My favorite subject in school would be science. Next up, we have KD2VNU, Derby Dam in Derby, New York.
Good evening, Miss River. Thank you. You're doing a wonderful job. I would have to say majority of the year outdoors except for winter, but I do enough time outside. Have a great evening. This is KD2VNU.
Alright, thank you for coming. Next up, we have AA3MR, Walter in Clairton, Pennsylvania.
Hello, Miss Rivers. This is AA3MR. Yeah, I would have to say the outdoors, but since I got older, the cold really affects me a lot more. And just wondering, what is your favorite animal? What is your favorite animal? Doing a great job tonight, Grayson. Back to Net Control. Thanks for having me.
Alright, thank you for coming. My favorite animal would be, falcon. Next up, thank you for coming. Next up, we have KQ4GLY, Chris in Parrish, Florida.
Good evening, River and everyone on the net. I prefer to be outside. Florida, I can stay outside all year long. Back to you, KQ4GLY.
Alright, thank you for coming. Next up, we have K6GBZ, Tom in Cameron Park, California. K6GBZ, Tom in Cameron Park, California. Are you still here? Alright, we'll mark that one in and out. Next up, we have N7FGP, Scott in Jamestown, New York.
Good evening, River. Thank you, Grayson and Ivan, for doing the net tonight. Myself, I am a seasonal indoorsman. My question for you is, what is your least favorite food?
My least favorite food would either be raisins or papaya. Both are equally gross. Anyways, I'm gonna hand it over to Sal to get some more check-ins, and I think hand it over to Ivan. This is KR4GIP.
Folks, we're running down the back stretch here. We need some more check-ins to get Ivan up here and get him chit-chatting a little bit with people. Don't forget, tonight's question is, would you rather be indoors or outdoors? With that, we'll take check-ins, mobile, in and out, and or radio. It don't matter. We'll take you any which way we can.
Kilo Golf 4, Whiskey Hotel Oscar, AM over IP.
November 3, Mike Delta Charlie. It's November 3, Mike Delta Charlie.
K2CMT. K2CMT.
Kilo 57, Bravo Unicorn Papa, AM7BU.
Kilo Echo 5, Zulu Echo Bravo.
Shot 4, Zulu Lima. Check me in and out. 73.
WD5DON. Whiskey Delta 5, Delta Oscar November.
Alright, anyone else out there wishing to check in, we'll take you.
Alpha Delta Kilo.
what I got from the bottom up. KE2, ADK, WD5DON, KF4ZLG, KZEB, KM7BUP, K2CMT, N3MDC, and KG4WHO. Anyone else out there that I missed, please call now and we'll get you on the log.
5ADP.
Kilo Romeo 4, Hotel Victor Victor, in and out. Thank you.
An email address so we can send you out a welcome letter. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Ivan, KE2EG. Remember, would you rather be indoors or outdoors? With that, it's all yours, Mr. Ivan. Take it away.
Alright, thanks, Phil. Yeah, question tonight, guys, I would like to remind everyone is, would you rather be indoors or outdoors? Anyways, this is Ivan, KE2EGF, and I will be taking this half of the night. Anyways, first off here, we have KG4WHO, Paul, who is new to this system, in Winchester, Virginia. Please come now.
Well, good evening, Ivan. And it's wonderful to have stumbled across this. I just as of today set up my ham over IP telephone and was playing around and ran across the reflector and was thrilled to have everyone here on the net. I would rather be outdoors. I enjoy camping and such. And I guess my question would be, what is your favorite ham radio activity? Thank you very much for having me. And my call sign is Kilo Golf 4 Whiskey Hotel Oscar. I'm an email at gmail.com. Thank you very much, and back to net.
Yeah, we are a big system. We're a reflector all over the United States, specifically the East Coast, and we have almost every single, mode you can think of to get in. It's D-Star, DMR, analog, system fusion, hands over IPs, all of that. I think I need to get one of those phones set up soon. They're pretty cool. Anyways, to answer your question, I can't really even answer that. I like contesting. I like park stand in the air. I like, the computer electronic side of things. And I also really just like talking to people. Anyways, 73 to you there, Paul. Nice to hear you on the system. And, yeah, feel free to check in again. Anyways, next up we have N3MDC, Michael in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Please come now.
Well, good evening, Ivan, everybody on the net. Well, Ivan, I should let you know, when I still lived in Colorado, I was a very strong outdoor person. I did a lot of skiing, and I rode my bike everywhere when I lived out in the Rocky Mountains. But now I live here in North Carolina, I'm still an outdoor person. Me and my brother used to go bike riding once in a while, but the weather's not cooperating right now, and we'll do that eventually. But Ivan, my question for you is, what's your favorite kind of food? And I know you probably haven't asked that question yet, but yeah, Ivan, what's your favorite kind of food, if I may ask? Back to you.
Great question there, Michael. Yeah, to answer that, I'm going to say pizza. And this is specific, though, to specific parlors or pizza parlors near me, or shops, because some pizzas, can taste like cardboard. Some of them, specifically the school lunch ones. Anyways, there's this one around here called Chops Pizzeria and Mark's Pizzeria. Those are very good, and I'd take those over any other pizza. Anyways, 73 to you there, Michael. Next up, we have K2CMT, Mike in Devry, Florida. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan, and everyone else on the net. My favorite place to be is indoors, and the main reason is that's where the thermostat is. And I can turn it up when it's cold and turn it down when it's hot. Everyone have a great time here tonight, and all you young ad controllers are doing a great job. This is K2CMT.
Thanks for reason, Mike, and yes, that's a really reasonable opinion. It's way too cold out there right now for that, and sometimes the New York summers can get pretty hot, too, up to 100 degrees on some days, so I think, we're good with that. I get what you're saying there. Anyways, next up we have KM7BUP, Dan in Layton, Utah. Please come now.
Hey, this is Dan. I prefer the indoors. I've spent most of my career outside, and I run inside as soon as I can. Now for you, Ivan, what about you? Indoors or outdoors? What's your preferred? KM7BUP.
Dan, I prefer the outdoors, specifically in the summer, though. I'd rather stay indoors during the winter, exactly right where that thermostat is. Way too cold out here, and yeah, I think most people from New York can agree with me on that, but it is, definitely cold. And so for that reason, I'd rather be outdoors in the summer. It's kind of half and half for me, though, because in winter, I'd rather be indoors, but I'd also rather stay summer all the time, so it's all some nice outdoor activities you can do in the summer, so way more than in the winter. Anyway, 73 G's there, Dan. Next up, we have KE5ZEV, Adrian in Spring, Texas. If you're new to the system, welcome, and if you want to put your email address on your QRZ page, we will send you a welcome letter. Down to you. Hi, ZEV, are you still with me? In and out. Next up here we got KF4, is that Lima Golf, Dennis in New Bern, North Carolina. Please, you're in and out. Next up we have WD5DON, Donna in Corpus Christi, Texas. Please come now.
Good evening, Ivan, River, Grayson, and Vicky, Sal, whole crew. You can put me down for an indoor person, mostly because the weather here does not cooperate terribly well most of the time. And my question for you is, do you play a musical instrument? And if so, which one or ones? Back to net.
Yes, we do play a musical instrument. We play the alto saxophone, a very beautiful instrument. Anyways, 73D, there's Don. Next up, we have Kilo 5, Alpha Delta Tango. If we're not too sure in the call sign, if you could get it slowly and phonetically there for me, please. An Alpha Delta Tango or an Alpha Delta Kilo station, ADT or ADK out there.
There's me, Kilo 2 Alpha Delta Kilo.
WD5 ADP, Dave. Is that who you wanted?
Yeah, I heard WD5's ADP Dave there. Is that who we wanted? But I'm going to get you in the log there. And then what we did want was K2ADK, Emma in Saranac Lake, New York. Please come now.
Yeah, well, I'm in Saranac Lake, New York, which a lot of people think of as the coldest spot east of the Mississippi. And so I guess you can guess I do prefer to be inside, except, I don't know, I think about those summer days sitting among the hemlocks with a fishing pole, and then I think, you know what, mosquitoes and black flies, so I'm going to run back inside. So anyway, yeah, but I never do get tired of the outdoors. My question for you, Ivan, is do you read a newspaper? This is Kilo 2 Alpha Delta Kilo back to net.
Thanks, Emma. Yeah, I don't read it daily, but you know, if I'm sitting down in a restaurant and they have one on the side, sometimes I'll read it just for fun. You know, and yeah, sometimes there's interesting stuff in it. We get one, you know, monthly or weekly, and we don't really read them, but you know, we'll look them over and see if there's any interesting stories. Yeah, I'll just fold it on the kitchen table, you just flip through and see if there's anything crazy that happens, but specifically I don't read it, unless we're in a restaurant, but anyways, 73 days are Emma. Next up we have, and 6QDY, David in Sacramento, California. Please come now.
Hey, good evening, Ivan. Doing a great job. River and Grayson, same thing. And the Youth Net. To answer your question, I prefer the outdoors. The outdoors. And my question to you is, do you have any other hobbies other than ham radio? Have a good evening, and back to Net Control and 6QDY.
Yeah, David, yeah, thank you for checking in. To answer that, I have a few, you know, outside of ham radio, I really like, you know, electronics. That would count, you know, circuit. I also like messing with computers, too. That's another one, but I like chess. I used to do Rubik's Cubing, but I got out of that. And yeah, you know, I like doing a lot of things, and, you know, I don't know if I would consider them hobbies. I like 3D printing, too. That's another one. But, I do a lot of stuff, you know, I like biking, all that, hiking, that's one of my major hobbies, and, yeah, a lot of those, you know, I just kind of do, and I wouldn't really consider them a hobby, because I kind of just do it, but, they're not really, you know, big enough things to consider them a hobby, but, anyways, 73Ds there, David. Next up, we have WV3ILA, Stephen in Easton, Pennsylvania. Please come now.
Yes, hello, Ivan. You guys are doing a great job tonight. You, Grayson, River, and as usual, much appreciated. I don't really have, I like to be indoors lately because I'm getting a little older. It's tough to be outdoors too much. And, yeah, I like that you said about the saxophone. I used to play the trombone and the baritone, horn and sousaphone when I was in high school and afterwards for a little while. It's good stuff. Anyway, back to you. Again, doing a great job. Iowa.
There's you, Steven. Seems like you did a lot of stuff in terms of instruments back then. Anyways, 73U. Next up, to end off the night, we have WD5 Alpha Delta Papa, Dave in Tonawanda, New York. Please come down.
Hi, Ivan. Thanks for calling on me there. Sorry if I had the wrong, I'm on a handheld here, and I'm in Angola today, so. I am definitely an outdoor person. I was sick recently, and I had to take the dog for a walk, so I went outside, and I felt better. I was thinking, holy cow, this is healing for me to be outside, so I really like to be outside. And my question for you, I guess, is do you like to experiment with making antennas? You know, VHF, UHF, those are easy ones to make. Or, do you like to experiment with antennas? And thank you for doing the net. You guys are awesome. And WD5AGT. Thank you.
But I don't always have the supplies to to do it. That's my big thing on that. But I really like making antennas, and yeah. Anyways, I appreciate you hopping in there. Even though I think I did hear you at the same time as the ADK guy, but it's always nice to hear you popping in. Always great for the extra check-ins. Anyways, with that, we're gonna pass it back to Sale here, and that'll be the end of the night. 73 everybody, and thank you for the check-ins. This is KE2EGF. I am clear.
Great job, Ivan. Great job, Grayson. Great job, River. This is W2SAL for the ECR Youth Net 149. I'm going to send it over to Miss Vicky for her last word. And with that, everyone take care, stay safe, and we'll talk to you next week. Miss Vicky, it's all yours.
This is Vicky, K8VKY, and all the kids did great, so come back next week, 8 o'clock again. Returning the reflector back to normal amateur use.